Hey guys, Flipping Landlord Ninja here with two guys' take on real estate. Today I want to talk about a question that Kevin and I get asked all the time is, I've got $1,000, I have $1,400, I want to invest in real estate, but I don't really know how, and I don't think I have enough money. Well, I want to let you know there are 3 different ways that you can invest into real estate with that money, or even less potentially. So if this is something that actually is something that you're looking to do, please leave a comment below. And as always, smash the like button, smash the share button, and let's get right to it. Two guys take on real estate. So first off, I just want to say that I'm happy that you guys are actually interested. You're in the right place. You're actually taking the time to really put the effort in to learn and educate yourself on this channel and many other great YouTube channels. So that right there is the first step by far, is getting educated. So first I want to talk about is wholesaling. So we talk about it quite a bit on this channel. So there's a lot of different videos that you can check out. This one. But yeah, so basically, I'm going to kind of give a brief overview of wholesaling. Essentially what you're doing is that you're going out and you're finding a deal. You're finding a property, whether it be at the worst house that you drive by all the time in your neighborhood, and you're then going to find that owner. You're going to sit down with that owner, go over and basically negotiate a deal with that owner below market value, and then you're going to put it under what's called an assignment contract, and then you're going to basically talk to one of the investors that you've met or a flipper that you met, and you're going to assign that contract, and you're going to make basically an assignment fee. So you're basically making the seller happy, you're finding them a buyer, you're making the investor happy because they're looking for deals, and you're kind of bridging that gap, and so you're making $5,000-$10,000, and you might have some form of consideration. That might be $100, $500 to bind the contract. You also have some marketing and some driving, some gas money, but really you're talking about very minimal money that you can get involved in this, and you can actually leverage that and profit far more than the money that you actually have. Right now is a fantastic time to get inside wholesaling because there are a lot of flippers, there's a lot of investors out there who are hungry for deals, and it's really hard to find a deal right now on MLS. I mean, you might be able to find one, but there's so much competition out there that it's really hard. So if someone's willing, like yourself, to put in that work, put in that time to find that deal, you're going to find there's a lot of investors and flippers that are going to be happy to pay you that fee. So I really recommend thinking about it, getting involved. We love to use the app called Deal Machine. It's really helpful. It does cost a little bit of money, so it might not be for you, but you can definitely use things like Google Spreadsheet. I would use Google Photos. A lot of the free tools for Google are really helpful to get involved in this. Second, I want to talk about is tax liens. This is a fantastic way to potentially get very cheap property. Not a lot of people, really know about tax liens or really understand what's going on with tax liens. So I'm going to kind of break it down. We do have a video that we talk more about this, but let's kind of give you the brief overview. There's 2 different types of states. There's tax lien certificate states and tax deed states. So you want to know which state yours in. Some are, some do both, depending on the town. And essentially what it is you have a tax deed. When someone doesn't pay their taxes, the city then forecloses or actually auctioned off that right to that property for the lien for the taxes that were deferred, and plus interest and fees. So then, you as the bidder at the auction, you actually get that deed. You now have that property, and often it can be very, very cheap because it's depending on how far back they are owed on taxes. The tax certificate state is the city, same thing. Someone didn't pay their taxes, so now they're auctioning off the right to foreclose, as well as an interest. So you're able to get those generally pretty cheap as well, and be able to, while you're waiting for the redemption period to finalize, you can actually get maybe a 15-16% return on your money as well if someone does actually come back, pay those taxes off. And sometimes you can get those for fairly cheap, especially depending on your state and stuff like that, but there's some fantastic deals that can be got. Now there is competition out there, so once again, the more you go, the more opportunity you'll have. So I'm not saying this is like, every property you go or every tax deed you go will be super cheap. But the more you go, the more likely chance you will find a tax deal that will be stellar and that will be fantastic for you on your budget of under $1,400. So check it out. Third, I want to talk about using hard money lenders to leverage into whether it be a buy and flip or it be a BRRRR strategy, a buy and hold rental. And what you're going to want to look into is actually, first off, finding a hard money lender that might even leverage 100% the purchase price. If not, you might need to partner someone so you can keep your costs really down, like we talked about, under $1,000, under $1,400. But if you find the right hard money lender, they will do 100% financing. That's your rehab, everything. But the key right here is they're not looking for credit. They're not talking about your employment status, something like that. They're mainly focused on the deal. And the reason being is they want to make sure that if you don't actually perform and they have to take back the property, they're going to make their return on their investment. They're going to get back the property. They're going to get all their money back out plus profit. So they're going to evaluate that deal, and they're most likely very seasoned investors themselves. They've probably fixed and flipped quite a few in their past as well. So that by them actually evaluating the property that you found, or you found a wholesaler that lead to get to you, whatever it might be, they're going to also evaluate that property, and they're going to help be another kind of system check for you to make sure that that's a really good deal. And if they give the thumbs up, you probably know you have a really stellar deal on your hands, and so you're going to be doing really well. And so you can either fix and flip that and then pay off the hard money lender after the sale, or you can leverage using the BRRRR strategy, where you're going to buy it, you're going to fix it up, rent it out, and then after maybe a season period, you're going to work with like a local credit union or a local bank and refinance that property, pay off the investor, have pretty much no money involved in yourself, and making your money out, as long as that you have everything. When you're into a property with the purchase and the rehab for 70% of the ARV, all day long, when you BRRRR strategy out, pulling all your money out, and you'll be looking for a great deal, or you're getting a great deal. As always, guys, we're looking to pay it forward, so I hope this was really helpful. I hope you get ready to get started. Hope you make this year the great year for you guys. And if you want to learn more about something like wholesaling, check out this video here. I'm sure it will be really helpful. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks, guys.